I'll train right to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your net coins.
All right, fuck it. We're late. We're late. We got no time for the opening. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, boys. Happy Friday to you. It is January 9th. Big freaking day today. Bro, it's a big one. I mean, we got a lot of things coming that are good, bad, whatever. A lot of things that are going to have a big impact on this market. Today is the first of those, and it's a big, big, big one. You know, I'm talking about tariffs. It's tariff day. We may end up having a name for this, you know, like we've got 1010 and we just call it 1010 now. We might actually have a name for today depending on what way this goes. What way is it going? Okay, if you don't know what's happening, today is the day that the Supreme Court rules on the Trump tariffs. Legal, not legal. And we know what way it's probably going to go, Polymarket. And we're going to go actually on Polymarket right now. But as of the time of this post, this is actually just some hours back today. But 75% chance that the Trump tariffs are ruled illegal. Let's see if the Polymarket odds have moved at all. And real quick, our GMs, our boy Choina. Choina, how you feeling, man? I know that bug is like, dude, it's like you got a month-long battle ahead of you, dude. But good to see you, man. Luna, good morning, man. Yeah, you like that thumbnail. Sir Billy, good morning. DK, good morning. Kevin, good morning. Cats Fanatic, good morning. I don't know why we're a little laggy here. We can fix that, I hope. Whatever. Just whatever for now. Okay. We're looking on Polymarket. We're looking for, let's see, a market about, there we go, tariffs. Tariffs. Supreme Court rules in favor of the Trump tariffs. 26% chance. So actually has improved a little since the time of that post. Okay. So we're at a 74% chance that they're ruled illegal. What way do you guys lean? And let me throw up a poll here. I think the Polymarket odds are probably right on. But fuck them. I want to know what you guys think. Let's throw up a poll real quick and see how you guys are feeling. Illegal or tariff game still on? Okay, hang on. Let's end the current poll. End poll. Okay. Smash the like still, by the way. I'll go through the proper shill here in a minute, but will Trump tariffs be ruled illegal? Yes or no? Okay, boom. All right, let's hear it, fam. Illegal or legal tariffs game on. United States rolling in the money. And it's a whole separate question. We won't do that here, but whole separate question is, if they're ruled illegal, do we have to return the $300+ billion we brought in, which, by the way, it's supposedly like more like $600 billion. Do we have to return it? And I've seen figures floating around. We covered this earlier in the week, but we've seen like 120 bill would have to be refunded. We've seen 300+ bill. And then again, we've brought in like $600 billion. So man, oh man. Yeah, better believe today is like a very consequential day here for not just crypto. It's just the broader markets. Now, if they're illegal, is it good for the markets? I don't think anybody knows what way this actually moves. Tariffs are illegal means what? We think, like in theory, prices come down. We think. Or because prices were starting to come down on their own, does it just introduce more volatility? And I don't think we have any clue. I don't think we have any idea here. By the way, drop in Hoods. Good to see you, man. Dropping a link to the X stream here in the chat. Throw some love on that. But volatility is the name of the day. It's the word of the day. It's probably the word of the next couple of weeks here. And it's all depending on this. Again, if they're illegal, I think we don't know. If they're ruled legal, I think we continue on as is at that point. I actually think that's our best case scenario. That's not me having an opinion on if they're good, bad, legal, illegal, don't know. But if they're ruled legal, I think we just kind of continue on the way we are right now. In fact, I could actually see that as a bullish. I could see that as something that's actually bullish for the markets. I could see it. I'm not convinced of it. Let's see. Ruled illegal. Okay, we have just 3 votes in now, so make sure you get your guys' votes in. Ruled illegal. We have 2 out of 3 votes is no, thinking they'll be actually held up. Again, separately, do we have to refund that money? This is going to be a really, really spicy day. It's not the only thing market impacting today. In fact, today's a very, very busy day. We have all this coming, and some of this already hit this morning, so we'll cover it, but unemployment data already dropped. Payroll data already dropped, and it's kind of a mixed bag. We'll get into that. Look, in less than an hour, we're getting that tariff decision. We may be live when that news is dropping. I sure as hell hope so. I hope we find out right on the hour, because if so, we'll be live covering it. My God, it's a big day. We also have the Fed president speaking, and we have, I don't even know, U.S. metals net positions data. I don't know. What I do know is the payroll data is interesting. We'll cover that in a quick second here. Has implications for rate cuts this month. Spoiler, we're not getting rate cuts this month. We're not. But it's the tariff data that's going to have us potentially introduces a lot of volatility. Now, here's the jobs data. Again, it's a mixed bag. This is actually not bad at all. This is actually kind of decent. The U.S. economy added 50,000 jobs in December, below expectations of 66,000. But, so that was the bad news. It's not bad. It's not great news. It wasn't good news. Now, we did get good news on unemployment. Unemployment rate fell to 4.4%. Expectations were 4.5, so came in under. That's good news. November's unemployment rate was also revised down. It was 4.6. It was revised down to 4.5. Good news. Good news. So it's a mixed bag because we created less jobs than we were expecting, but unemployment fell. And it probably means no rate cuts. This is what the Fed said is they're trying to balance, is prices, inflation versus unemployment. It's a really fine line they're walking, and rate cuts impact both of those, and they're on opposite sides. You drop rate cuts to help affect one thing, it impacts the other side, and so they're going to be very, very careful with those rate cuts until maybe we get our new Fed chair that is coming this year. We are supposed to hear who's going to be the new Fed chair this month. Could be very soon. It could be right after the next Fed meeting. So we'll see. It was again, mixed bag. I would assume no impact to the market here. There's no volatility from this. It's all the volatility is coming from the tariff news. We're at 75% now that they will not be ruled illegal. Interesting. Do you guys really believe that? I think they will be ruled illegal. I'm completely opposite. I'm with the lone person who voted yet. Okay. 4 out of our 5 votes are that they'll be held up, that they will not be ruled illegal. Interesting, guys. I'm really surprised. I was expecting we'd all be on the same page here. Tariffs illegal. I guess the perfect scenario, if there is one, again, I don't know if they're illegal or legal. I don't know which one is better for the markets. I would assume illegal means, alleviate the concerns of high prices, which again, we're coming down already. The stance, the take that they would be ruled illegal is that Trump doesn't have the authority to issue tariffs. I think that's the stance. That the president is not the one who can order tariffs. I don't know if that's Congress. It's not, but it's not the president. And so that would be why. That's not something that originates with the president. Now, separately, they have to decide, and the Supreme Court will have to decide, do we have to refund all that money? If so, impact there, right? The supposed stimmies we're getting this year, I'm not planning on that we're getting them. I don't think the market is pricing in that we're getting them, but that money is coming from the tariff money. So those $2,000 checks, right, that comes from the tariff money. If we return that, well, there goes the tariff money. Also, if they're ruled illegal, Trump already said he has a plan B, right? So again, no matter what volatility today, no matter what, I don't know if it's good volatility or bad. I don't know. I just know that when there's volatility, usually we have opportunities there too. Guy, I doubt it'll hold. He's commander in chief and has power to do almost anything. He does. He does and he doesn't, right? It's so tricky. I think we're testing the limits of that. We really are testing the limits. I kind of like that we're testing the limits too. I do. I do think that Congress needs to step up the checks and balance too, right? He's testing the limits. And I don't mind if Congress wants to push back and say, you don't have the authority, so do what you're supposed to do, push back. I like seeing the system play out, but yeah, Trump certainly is pushing the limits of what you can do. And I'm learning a lot. Look, I'm so used to the way the old machine worked and very slow, like way too slow. I like Trump pedal to the metal. I don't agree with most of what he's doing, but I like that he's doing things. Things are too slow, man. I hate all this kicking the can down the road for the next generation. I hate that. Let's do it now. Whatever it is, do it now. China, I had to pay the tariff. Wait, hang on. Let's make this a little bigger for me. I had to pay the tariff to have a package from Hong Kong released to the U.S. Do I get a refund? Right? No, of course you won't, right? Of course not. It's ridiculous. It's all ridiculous, man. Guy, I feel like the courts are taking power they don't have, which is, yeah. It's so interesting, man. I'm just like a passive observer, and like I'm learning so much from the Trump presidency. Again, what can he do? What can't he do? I like that he's doing things. And I'm not going to say I agree with most of what he's doing. I don't, or more than that, guys, I don't know yet. I can't pretend that I'm an expert on hardly anything. And so a lot of things he's doing that are super disruptive, it gets people in their feels and they're, so sure that what he's doing is wrong. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's right either. I don't know. I hate being in the middle all the time like that, where I just don't know, but I don't know. And I'm not going to pretend I do. I don't know. But yeah, that's correct. So if it's returned, no tariff stimmies, but let's see what the plan B is. God, it's going to be a really wild day. If they're ruled illegal, expect an announcement from Trump right away. Probably telling us what his plan B is. And make no mistake, that plan B might be as disruptive as when the tariffs were first announced, maybe more. We have no idea what they're going to be. We have no idea. That's what's up, Hoods. Thank you, dude. No, we have no idea what the backup plan is, and I'm a little worried. All right, we'll cover that. We're going to take a look at the market here this morning. There's big news from everywhere. We'll dive into the virtuals ecosystem, look at the crypto market, some big stories. We've got a Zcash update. I think a good one. I like Zcash. Some NFT updates too. Excited to get into all of it. Guys, smash the like wherever you're watching this morning. We are live. Let's see. We're on Abstract now. We're on Retake. We're on Zora. We're on X. And, of course, live on YouTube. Wherever you're watching, again, hit the like, but make sure you come to YouTube and subscribe over here. It's Crypto Slam over on this side. This is home base, always streaming on this platform. And, of course, follow on X. It's Crypto Slam IO. We have such cool stuff coming. I'm so excited. I'm a little dressed up today because I'm working on a video. I actually I love live streaming. Like that's my favorite thing in the world right now. And for years now is doing these live streams and hanging with you guys. I forgot how much I love recording videos too. Like recording a video, doing some editing. I love that stuff. Working on a video, talking about Ethos Swarm, which I still can't spill the beans, but the video I think will help move the needle. And I think you guys, it's not even an I think. I'm very, very sure you guys are going to be, I think you're going to be impressed with what we built. I am. I am. I'm blown away by it still. Okay, follow us at Slam Nation X as well if you're building in the space, dashboards, apps, agents. If you're a builder, we want you. Come join us in Slam Nation Slack group we've got, I don't know, 50, 60 devs. Our whole team is there. Here to support builders. Our founders there too. I'm in there, right? But we're here to support builders. We're here to help plug you into our data. Everything on chain, especially ETH and Base, man. The way back machine of the blockchain is what I tell people. And it is that. It's wild. But we'll get you plugged into our data, connect you to our API. We'll give you some free credits. And if you need endpoints built, we'll build them for you. And of course, I want to do my part bringing you on the show. I want people to see what you're building. So again, if you're a builder, I want to make sure people see what it is you're building. Reach out to us, get you on the show. We'll get you plugged in. All right. That might be the backup plan. That might be it. I think no matter what, that's Luna's plan right now. Trying to funny how when I expected a major announcement, I would leave the news on the TV in the background. Now I just, yes, dude, yes. That's it. You refresh X. I used to just go on 4chan and I would just scroll 4chan. If I thought there was something coming, 4chan is where you heard about it first. Well, like Elon Musk, mission accomplished. He wanted to turn X into 4chan and he did it. 4chan's dead. 4chan's been dead for years. X is now the place. This is where you get news, breaking news. You get it here first, and you get it, with spin, yes, but often without spin. You just get like the raw footage, raw details. This is where you go for breaking news. It's I think awesome. All right, go to ethoswarm.ai, join the waitlist. You do that by clicking Awaken Ethon. Actually, because I've signed up, you probably have a waitlist option. Go there, sign up, get ready, because you're going to hear about what Ethoswarm is first if you go here. In fact, if I explain how you're going to hear, you're going to understand. Also, I'll be spilling the beans a bit. Just know that if you go there, you're going to be the first to touch the product. And I'm in love with the product. I think it's magic. Okay, on to the market. And by the way, I'm going to peek at our poll real quick. Okay, now we're getting even. Okay, we have 57% who thinks tariffs will be held up legal. Only 43% of you guys think they'll be ruled illegal. We're going to find out in 40 minutes. Crazy. And I think the market is waiting as well, right? We got as high as 94K for our sweet Bitcoins. Pulled back to actually, we touched 89. I believe we touched 89. Right now at 93. And I don't think the market's going to make any big moves. If anything, right now, reacting to no rate cuts in January, right? And reacting to the employment data. But right now, I think everybody's waiting for the tariff ruling. And I do think we see volatility, like extreme volatility, one way or the other. I hear some takes that it'll be bullish volatility, but again, still volatile, but bullish volatility, we'll see. ETH also trying to hang on to 3K still. There's Ripple at 209, BNB at 888. Sweet number. Solana 137. Looking okay. I think we will look drastically different here by the end of today. I don't think we'll be at these levels at all. I don't think it's crazy to say we see some 5% swings today. 5%. Like, I think today's going to be a very volatile day. I do. And not far off, guys. 35 minutes off. God, I hope we're live. Quickly looking at ETFs. We're checking flows. We have, 398 mil in outflows yesterday. This week has been almost entirely outflows. When was the 5th? Monday? Other than Monday, it's just outflows all week long. JY, good to see you, man. Fear and greed at neutral. Market doesn't feel like that, though. No. Well, no, in a way it does. It just feels like everybody's sitting and waiting for that announcement. I hope it comes right on the hour. Over on Ethereum, let's see. Yeah, outflows there too. 159 mil in outflows. And then Solana, I'm assuming, like always, it's going to be inflows here. Let's see. Yes, and exactly that. 13.6 mil in inflows. Again, that's the Solana ETFs. Solana just, I don't know, man. The people want Sol. It's pretty clear. Big news yesterday. This is actually very, very interesting. But Donald Trump ordered $200 billion in mortgage bond buys. Brings mortgage rates down. This is pretty, I think pretty spicy news. This is part of the end of quantitative tightening. I don't know. Do you consider this quantitative easing? Is that what we'll call that? It's liquidity in the system for sure. For sure. And it has some people excited. It's got Arthur Hayes excited. Bitcoin to a mill. I'm with you. I'm with you, man. I'll stick to 2030. By 2030, $1 million Bitcoin. That's not that far off. And that doesn't happen all in one shot. That's going to happen over years. I'm not with these guys like Tom Lee who thinks Bitcoin's going to 250K this year. It could happen. It could. I'm not there. I'm not betting that. I am betting that Bitcoin's going to an all-time high, 127. How high it goes, don't know, but I am betting all-time high for Bitcoin this year. But for sure, there is liquidity coming to this market, for sure. And we're seeing it almost on a daily basis, weekly basis, whatever now, right? $200 billion. Pretty significant. And Scott Bessent saying millions of Americans we should probably emphasize may, see the largest tax refunds of their lives. Now, a lot of that was the stimmies. That's the stimmies. That's what that is. And it, may not happen if those tariffs are ruled illegal. If. So we'll see. But I don't know. I don't care. I just like the predictions. Van Eck predicting Bitcoin can reach 2.9 mil by 2050. It's actually reasonable. That's not crazy. I mean, it's a crazy number. Almost $3 million. And what is that? 24 years off? It's a big number. That's not crazy, though. Dude, their bull case, though. Hang on. Check this. The bull case. Where's our dollar? There we go. Van Eck's bull case for Bitcoin is 53 mil. Hard to see. Also, I picture a world. I can real easily play fantasy, right? I picture what that world looks like when Bitcoin's 53 mil. It's a very different place. But I see how that can happen. No, their base case, and this is, again, 24 years out, is 2.9 mil. I think I'm there. I actually think that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'll be around for that. 24 years out, I'll be almost 70. Hopefully I'll be around for that. I should be around for that, right? I think I can make it to 70. Hang on, 45 now. Yeah, I mean, I'll be 69. Good number. I think I may be around for almost $3 million Bitcoin. And then bear case, 130K. Hey, still up. You hold on to your Bitcoin for the next 24 years, you'll still be up. How about that? You can't lose. You can't lose with Bitcoin. Oh, man. I hope so, guys. I got to stop the vaping, man. It's time. Actually, should that be a New Year's resolution? Maybe like I don't make those, but I think that should be it. I think it's time to stop. And I hope that's true, dude. You know, we keep hearing this thing. If you're below a certain age now, you're going to live to 150 or something like that. It's possible we might be right at that cutoff where we make it to 100 easy. You know what I mean? Vaping is trash, dude. You know what's funny? Like the few times I go out, the only people that I see vaping are like boomers like me, right? It looks trashy now, dude. It does. I notice it. Like, who doesn't? But I notice it. I'm like, it looks so trashy. I don't want to be that. Not that I care what I look like, but I notice that. I'm like, it's pretty gross. Vaping's gross. Yeah, maybe just time to be done. I was thinking about going like 100% clean this year. 100% detox from everything. So nicotine and caffeine and a couple other things. We'll see. I might do that. I don't mind. We'll do it. We'll go through some withdrawals live. I don't mind. I kind of enjoy pain. It might happen. Hey, we got some movement on the Clarity Act. That would be, dude, China, that would be sweet. I love caffeine, though, and I love nicotine, but I've literally never felt worse. I've never felt worse than I do now. Like, always tired. Like, always, I can wake up, and I could probably go right back to bed for the entire day. Within 30 minutes of being up, I'm tired, dude. And I'm like, damn, that's an age thing. But no, I don't think it is. I think it's other things. Yeah. I think it's time, boys. Anyway, Clarity Act. Okay, we've gone back and forth with it's going to pass by X date. That comes and goes. Okay, it's going to be passed by X date. We learned that they kicked that can down to January. Well, here's January. And look, we're already a third of the way through the month. And last I heard was Clarity Act is not going to pass. It does not have support from Democrats. Not going to pass. Well, the market structure bill that we talked about earlier in the week that, right, is going to get its markup next Thursday. Look, that is the Clarity Act. And I keep hearing conflicting things about this, that the market structure bill is separate from the Clarity Act. I don't know. I used Grok today and I asked, and I've asked this 1,000 times and it's told me they're different things. But today when I asked, it said, no, the market structure bill is the Clarity Act. So now I don't know. Now I don't know. What I do know is Brian Donald's senator or in the House. I don't know. Either way, Brian Donald's U.S. politician bought $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. The timing of it could be interesting. His first ever Bitcoin buy. He's on the Financial Services Subcommittee on Digital Assets. I don't know, man. You know, they're about to make it illegal for these guys to trade. And that might be like, it could be a today thing. It's a this month thing. Does he know something? Does he know something? He might know something. Yeah, you watch for things like that. Copy trading these guys is probably the best moves you can make. Probably is. Again, we got a new Fed chair coming. Bullish. By the way, 25 minutes till the tariff ruling. In fact, hang on. I'm going to separately keep Polymarket up and we'll keep checking back. I want to see how this swings. I mean, it's up to, wow. The chances of them being ruled illegal keeps dropping. Interesting. 73% chance now. Interesting. We need to watch this because you got to imagine like that ruling could leak and you may have an insider that places a big bet. In fact, we may be, and this is probably people selling shares before the ruling too, right? But if we see a big bet, you might be able to assume we got an insider here. So we'll keep switching back to that. Oh, that's true. Well, but China, I would agree, but I don't believe our poll. We're still basically 50-50 on our poll. So more than half of you guys think they're not going to be ruled illegal. I think they're going to be ruled illegal. I do. I really, really, really do. But also, what the hell? I'll go by the poll. Disciplining oneself. Oh, that's badass, dude. No, you know what? Discipline feels good. It's hard, but it feels good. I've been meaning to tape something on my wall, I don't look, man. I don't like inspirational sayings and stuff. Well, I'll say that. I say that I don't like them, but I do. I do. They work on me. They actually do work, especially the ones that are focused on discipline and like just doing it. That Beeple thing I showed once, like that works on me. That gets me locked in. It does. Funny enough, like once upon a time, this was a few years back when I was very dialed in. You know the Nike slogan, just do it? Dude, that hit me so hard once. And I'm like, what a funny thing. Like 3 words that I just paid no attention to. And then it just like hit me how strong of a saying that is. It's that simple. Just do it, which is like the key to everything. It's that simple. Like stop thinking about the thing. Stop trying to do it perfect. Stop trying to whatever, literally just do the thing is the key to being, a monster. It's crazy. All right. Anyway, Fed chair, we'll hear soon. Hang on. Let me see JY's. Ralph on Bagsat making noise. AI protocol supercharges Claude. Interesting. They launched the coin and sent the revenue to Jeff on X. First, he didn't like crypto, but he's using Rev to help develop Ralph code. Interesting. Okay. A couple quick wallet updates. I think these are actually pretty spicy. Morgan Stanley is launching a crypto wallet this year. I don't know, man. I think that's spicy. I love those kind of stories, man. And they're not the only one launching a wallet. We've got the Zcash team. In fact, the former ECC team, right? The core devs that left Zcash, launching a Zcash wallet called Cash Z, privacy wallet. Love it, dude. Love it. The Zcash thing, like Mart's saying, it's the story was misrepresented. They didn't leave Zcash. They just formed a new company, and now that board has no say over them. They're like chains off. They're in builder mode. Zcash got more bullish. I get why Mert's been saying that. Zcash way more bullish now. Incredible things. All right, looking over at AI, we got a couple cool stories over here. Luna got his gas report, 4 ETH. Is that all time? Is that lifetime? Hang on. Hang on, let's check. Luna's got 4 ETH in gas fees. Yeah, that's not crazy. I mean, it's not nothing. Damn. Yeah, dude. Last I saw on my main account, it was like 12 ETH or 10 ETH, 11 ETH, something like that. Also not crazy, also crazy. If you think about it, 30 or 40 grand on just gas fees, dude. Yeah, no, Luna, I've done it before. I'm pretty sure it's like 11 ETH. Here, let's see. Do I have to connect my wallet, or can I just give it my wallet address? I don't want to connect. You get money. I'm pretty sure I've done this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've done this. Almost 15 ETH. Yeah, 15 ETH on gas. So yeah, almost 50. Yeah, almost 50 grand. Just on one wallet. It's my main one, but right, I imagine my other wallets like probably 5 ETH or so. And then across others, I would imagine I'm around 20 total. I'm probably around 20 ETH total. I mean, man, I played the game. I used to play the game a bit. And still that's nothing compared to the big guys, right? But I mean, man, early OpenSea I pushed 600 plus thousand in volume. It was we played the game and it was awesome. Awesome game. All right, AI market. Looking at $6.2 billion market cap. It's showing we're down 52%, which is not right. That $7 billion token, I think they zapped, which good. Right. We saw that yesterday, some kind of data issue here. Top agents here by market cap. It's Fartcoin on top, Tibber, Toshi, Turbo, AIC. Over on infrastructure, we got Virtual, Cookie, Open, FET, and then Dreams. Huh. That bad boy's up almost 50%. And then in DeFi, we got Banker. Go Banker. Mantis, Hustle, Alpha, and LMT. And then Mindshare. Who's cooking here? It's Fartcoin, Elsa, Warp, Virtual, and Opus. There we go. DK, I figured you had a big number there too. Over on Virtuals, dude, good shit here. Hey, okay, Repo's up to 40 mil FDV, but Reply hit an all-time high. Love to see it. Look, the target still stands. The target for Reply was 15 mil, well on its way now. Was over 11 mil today. So it got up there. Reply got up there. I'm not selling still. I'm not selling. In fact, I'm adjusting up, right? So 15 mil is my target. I think 20 is definitely a play now. And I think we've got potential for 25, 30-ish. Now 30 on the higher end, but I think 15 happens pretty easily. 20 is the next okay, I think we get there. 15 is going to happen. So I'm holding still. Might be wise to take some profits now, but Reply is very, very solid. Very solid. You just have more and more people staking and more people getting onboarded and replies. Very interesting. Very interesting. You might have still a 2x in this bad boy. I'm betting on 50% though, but I think it's going to get it. On the board now, Robo Train Agent. We got Morse coming up. There's nothing else new right now. We'll jump back to the Wasabot from yesterday. So Terria Labs I still want to dive into. We've got time. Next week we'll do a dive into that. And nothing else on the board. So why don't we check Wasabot and see how that's looking now? And man, there's a lot of FUD around this one. I'll say that. A lot of FUD around this one. We'll look at the chart first, and you'll see probably where the FUD came in. It'll probably stand right out. And in fact, you see it in really two places. So at launch, this thing ripped to what? 13 mil? This thing ripped to 13 mil. It's a lot higher than I thought. Lot high. Well, that's not true. I think we were calling 10 to 15. So that makes sense. Horrible after launch. Fell to 5 mil. A lot of FUD on the timeline. I'll show you some of that. And actually now just as bad. We're at a 6 mil market cap. Yeah. And I don't know what exactly is happening here other than, look, the team will call it successful. I'm sure to them it might be, but no, something's going on. And it seems like the team is selling tokens, even though the team is saying they're not. The team's saying they're not selling tokens, but there's some fuckery here, man. Something's going on. People saying they invested and then they see the team's just dumping tokens. So they found a wallet. This guy, Omega, found a wallet that claimed 30 million bot tokens. Then 5 million tokens are added as liquidity. After that, all the remaining tokens transferred to other wallets. The liquidity sent to those wallets removed and then sold. I don't know what's going on here. I have a hard time even following that exactly, but I'm just going to trust these numbers are right, saying in total $125,000 worth of tokens were sold. And then not converted to virtual, but you sell your tokens for virtual. And then these wallets still have a whole bunch of these tokens sitting, waiting, ready to dump. And what nobody knows is it a market maker? Is it the team? Like, don't know. Don't know, but guys are looking. They're watching. They want some answers here. There. Who got all these tokens? Remember, this was not like a unicorn launch. This was basically like a fair launch, right? Feels like maybe some fuckery. Now, this is from the team. Let's read this real quick. Okay. Team saying, seeing a lot of false information out there. Shared an update last night, but want to provide more context. The portion of tokens delegated to the team has been claimed from virtuals yet. Team is saying they have no tokens. Once they're claimed, they'll be subject to a 6-month lockup, 12-month linear vesting. The tokens that have been claimed are claimed by delegate third parties such as market makers. Wasabi team doesn't have any influence over their or insight into their strategies. So, okay, so they're pointing the finger at market makers. Is that market makers? I legit don't know. I don't know. But that's, look, a lot of tokens sold. And also, like, again, that chart looks bad. That doesn't feel like good market making. Doesn't feel like good market making. That feels like Hayden Davis, like extracting, doesn't it? Like, doesn't it? Doesn't that's it's not what I picture market making looking like. That looks like extraction. So not great. Not great. I mean, whatever. That's the game, but not great. You guys who are really hoping for a nice like win, nice payday, nice whatever. 15 minutes till the tariff ruling. Checking the poll, 67%. 67% think they'll be ruled legal. Only 33% of you guys think they'll be ruled illegal. Wow. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. And what does Polymarket think now? 29. Wow. Okay, so the odds are looking actually much better here. Much better. 79. 79. Am I mathing right? 70. No. Hang on. 69% chance they're ruled illegal. Hang on, I'm going the right way now. 69% chance they're ruled illegal. It's just going down. Is that so? What is the question? Supreme Court rules in favor of the tariffs. 31% chance that yes. Okay, so we're looking for big buys on the yes. Big buys on the yes. And it's a lot more buys here. I mean, this is all like past minute. I won't say big buys. This is, these are not big buys. But I'm looking for big buys of yes. And by big buys, I mean thousands of dollars worth. I mean, like, I want to see like $20,000 buys. You know what I mean? Something that tells you somebody knows something. And I don't see any of that. Wish you could sort this. Dead, good morning. Interesting. You don't think that'll be ruled illegal, Luna? Okay. What do you guys think is the fallout? How do you think the market reacts to that? If tariffs are ruled legal, do you think then nothing, no change in the market? Do you think the market sees that as bearish? I think it locks in that stimmies are coming. Trump will do a victory lap, right? Luna, thanks, man. Appreciate that retweet. I imagine Trump goes on live and does a victory lap and talks about how much money we're bringing in and what he's going to do with the money, and he talks about stimmies. Same account buying over and over. Interesting. Yeah, this is wild, guys. I'm still looking to see if we get like big buys. Big buys. All right, let's go back to the top. And I wish you could filter by size. Maybe you can, but let's look for some big yeses. Man, if it were me, I'd be buying no. I'd buy no. You know what? I should fund my account and we should play some of these bets live. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be the way to do it is bet. I bet based on your polls, which would go against what I think. I'd be betting no. I think they're going to be ruled illegal. There's a $596 bet on yes, ruled legal. Boy, this is. There we go. $1,000 on yes. Got to start wondering too. Oh, here we go. Here's how we could sort. We're going to go $1,000, minimum $1,000. Wait. Hang on. Sorting minimum 1,000. It's not giving me. It's not giving me 1,000. Is it? Am I reading this wrong? I feel like this is not sorting properly. Oh, maybe it doesn't sort if there are no bets over that amount. And also, I need to check, is there maybe another market here? Are there no $1,000 bet? Yeah, this is not working right. Minimum $1,000. There we go. Yeah, it was not working right. Okay. All of the big bets, $10,000, 10,000 plus, are all on no. They're all on no. And this is what I want to check is if we get any last minute things in. I'm not on Rumble. I should be, dude. I should be. Damn, Luna. Well, you made that elsewhere, I hope. But yeah, wow. Okay, $1,000 bets. 4 minutes ago, here we go. $5,000 bet on yes. 17 minutes ago, $4,300 on yes. 10 minutes off, guys. 10 minutes off. I would love to see a big bet come in. I would love it. Love to see if we get some kind of leak. And we're still at 31. Okay, let's run through some stories, and then we're just going to keep our eye on that because that's kind of the most spicy thing out there right now. Wasabot will come back when there's news there, but robots. You'll hear so much about it. I'm just being more and more won over to it. I am. What is this? South Korean multinational automotive manufacturer. This Hyundai announced at CES 26 it's working to develop a system to mass produce Boston Dynamics Atlas robots by 2028. We saw them in action too, right? They had a demo of that. Really cool. And then Ex Machina, that Deus token, I think is super spicy. I'll say that, man. That Deus token, when that's live trading, I might be buying some of that. It's exposure to all these like future robotics drops. I imagine I'll be a buyer of Deus. It's interesting. Really, really interesting. All right. Quickly onto the NFT market. And then we'll run right back to Polymarket here. 7.5 mil in cross-chain sales yesterday. Sellers fell. Buyers down 2, transactions down, average sale price down, everything down, except trade profits. Love that. Still negative, but 427,000 in the negative. Top collection, 8 bonds. Over 1 million volume, dude. Interesting. I haven't heard that collection, but that looks legit. 8 bonds. I have to dive into that separately. This looks like a primary. Is this a primary sale? No, maybe not. 8 bond. Hang on a sec. Let's go peek. I have an NFT collection to be looking for too, by the way. 8 bonds. Okay. Collections. Should be the top collection. It's not on here. Okay. When these aren't on here, it makes me start thinking it isn't legit. So quickly on Magic Eden. 67% now think that they'll be held up, that they'll be ruled legal. Man, guys, I hope. I don't know. I hope, I guess. Yeah, I actually still don't know if tariffs are good. I don't know. Yeah, that collection's weird. It's not showing up on any of the main marketplace and aggregators. So yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. NFT headlines, stories, news, whatever. We know Artifact was sold. We don't know who, but of course, people now throwing out their guesses, their bets. There is a bet or a guess from somebody that Louis Vuitton is the buyer. They've got their reasons why. I don't see it. But I do think people know. Right? Here's a tweet. I knew who purchased Artifact. God mode play. Don't know who it would be. But I have a feeling sooner rather than later this is going to leak. Happened in December. I'm shocked it hasn't leaked already, but it's coming. And I would say this, be on the lookout for wow. I was going to say be on the lookout for this collection. X Figures Amadon, Patrick Amadon. Phenomenal artist. I've got some of his artworks on Tezos. I've got one on Bitcoin. I really like him. If you guys remember X Figures, it's it's a fan-made X copy derivative collection, and it's awesome. I thought those were going to cook too. I don't think these are going to cook. If the X copy ones don't cook, then these won't. But I think they're cool as hell. I think these are cool as hell. And so pretty cheap, 0.018 ETH if you're an X figure holder. If it gets to public, 0.02 ETH. And if it gets to public, I don't think it will, seeing how many have sold already. But if it gets to public, I think I'm going to mint one. That is not till, actually, that is today. That's actually in 2 hours. If this gets to public, I'm minting. I don't think it's going to be worth anything. Maybe a little bit. And we're talking like 0.01 ETH. Maybe it's worth up 0.01. So this is not a big play, but I do think they're cool. And then there is a base of collectors who are into those X figures and probably like these too. I wouldn't look at it as a money play, but also there's some collectors that like this. So be on the lookout for that. Again, the Node Foundation, IRL events coming up in like 2 weeks out in LA. Got a message from a buddy who's going to be there. Beeple's going to be there. The Beeple diffusion control will be on display. Looks pretty interesting. Big CryptoPunks gathering. Really, really cool. And then lastly, just want to peek at the Nick Shirley coin, which is low 3 mil range. I need to get a bag. I need to get a bag. I like it here. I like it here a lot. Interesting spot. If it's ruled illegal, the economy crashes, Richard. Interesting. Again, maybe. Oh, and now we're at 34% chance. Well, now down to 32. But the money's coming into that they're held up. And I don't know if that is info leaking or if people just see some value in that side. The risk reward is in a good spot for them. But if they're ruled illegal, economy crashes. But like Richard, like the idea though, I mean, I would think if they're illegal, people would assume prices are going to come down, right? Isn't that the thought? Because right, prices are up because tariffs, cost passed on to us. Jay Wise, can you DM me the Ralph thing? I got a few more minutes here. If you could DM me the Ralph thing, I'll put it up. Somebody sold no. Here, let's go back to 1,000 plus. 4 minutes ago. Hey, this is getting interesting. Okay. 1,000 on yes, 3,000 on yes, 2,000 on yes. This is all in the past 10 minutes. We'll go back a minute earlier to 5,000 on yes, 1,000, 3,000, 2,000. So bigger. Hudah _idiot. DM me here. Hudah _idiot on X. I'll put it up. Yeah, money's coming in on the yes, as in they're ruled legal. But something must have leaked. So we're down to a 65% chance that tariffs are ruled illegal. And man, if something really leaked, you're going to see big money come in. In fact, let's switch to 10,000. No $10,000 bets. Let's go 100. So spicy, dude. This is awesome. Okay, let's see. And again, we're minutes off. If we get that news, if we get it right away. Bash, good morning, man. By the way, I think reply goes. I think it goes past 15 at this point. I do. Okay. Someone sold almost $2,000 worth of no. Fascinating, dude, right? Like, how cool is this? Quickly want to put this on your radar as we keep watching. Follow this account here, this EIP 7503. This is some kind of like privacy standard, and I'm seeing a lot of talk about it. There is, I think, an NFT that's minting. Oh, there's a token, I think, a token sale. The Worm ICO. But like you should follow this, keep your eyes on it. I'm seeing a lot of people talk about it. And just so you know, if we get a chance, we'll dive into it on the show. But I want to make sure you get your chance to dig in as well. So, all right, JWise, let's see. And let's keep our eyes here too. Okay, the yes is falling. Let's see. Wow, falling a lot. Let's go 1,000 again. Okay, nothing new here. A lot of selling of no's. JWise, I don't see it yet. Also, like X chats or DMs on web suck. Does not work well. Here, let me see if I can find you on mobile. Nothing, dude. Nothing. Hey, if we don't show today, I'll show. I stream on the weekend too, so we'll definitely get to it. Okay, this ruling should be coming in like any moment. Okay, it's down to like what? We're more like 75% chance that it's ruled illegal. And how quickly do we get that news drop? All right, let's check some news sites now. Where would you guys say? I mean, X is the best spot, really, but where should we check? I got like Drudge Report. Drudge isn't great with breaking news now. Usually you get stuff pretty late there. But I'm looking. Let's do tariffs. Just search tariffs on X. And I need to kill something. Let's see. I need to kill something for my my bandwidths. Tariffs. It's possible that time, that 10 a.m. thing or whatever, could be bullshit. Like this post could be bullshit. Maybe there's no set time. Oh, huh. U.S. Supreme Court will not rule on Friday in Trump's tariff case. I don't know if this account is legit. Okay, well, that's coming from multiple places. Will not rule on Friday. Okay. Wow, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, it seems like we're not getting a ruling today. Now, what's super interesting is if any of those markets, okay, here we go. Supreme Court finishes opinion release for Friday. It was not included. Yep. And we're not getting that ruling today. Let's see how that affects the market here. And maybe it doesn't. What would be interesting if there were any markets on like the date, right? Ruling for or against, but for Friday, it would have been a newer market, maybe. I don't know. But either way, that's the only impact. That's the only market that would have mattered then. Wow, okay, we're not getting that ruling today. And so what does that mean? Do they only have these like opinions or rulings on Fridays? So does it mean next Friday's the next date? And then what does that mean for the market? Does it mean the market just keeps doing what it was doing, which is a lot of nothing? Let's peek. CoinGecko. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Damn, big old nothing burger. Okay, JWise, tell me again because I want to write it down. What's the name of the coin that we need to look at? It was Ralph, right? Was it Ralph? JWise. That's funny, dude. Ralph. Here, let's see. I don't know if like it's like a ticker that's Ralph. Man, what a bummer, dude. That would have been so fun. Okay. I don't know if this is correct. Oh, okay. Okay. Looks like we got something. Clearest explanation of Ralph Wiggum. How you can use it with Claude Code, AMP, and have AI agents build software for you 24/7 while you sleep. Okay, hang on. Okay, got that saved. What's the market cap of this coin? And is that Bags app or whatever? That's like the pump fund of base. I don't know what this is. Okay. 3 mil on Bags app. Okay. And then Bags app is like the meme coin launchpad on base. Oh, it's Solana. Got it. Okay. Dude, interesting. Okay. I'll have to dive in. We'll definitely have to dive in. All right. Well, dude, what a freaking bummer though. All right. Well, I mean, and then wow, the odds are swinging so much unless my mouse was, yeah, my cursor was probably over there. 27. So we're at 73% chance they're ruled illegal, but it's not going to be today. God, what a bummer. What a freaking bummer. All right. So your homework, guys, or at least things on your radar to pay attention to, it's the Worm ICO. Pay attention to that. I really am hearing about that from like some very, very strong accounts. Whatever this is going to be, it feels like it's going to be pretty noisy. So pay attention to that. I would definitely look into the Ralph Wiggins thing. I'll do that. In fact, tomorrow, probably we'll dive onto it on the weekend stream. Today's Friday, right? Yeah. So probably dive into that tomorrow on the weekend stream. Man, make sure you go to ethoswarm.ai. Join the wait list. I am so fucking pumped for you guys to see this thing. When it's live, I'll be doing stuff live with it. You'll love what we're doing. You'll be using it. I'm very fucking sure you'll use it. Very sure. You'll love it too. Yeah. Facts, dude. Facts. Get on the wait list. Ethoswarm.ai. Subscribe to Crypto Slam over on YouTube. Smash the like before you get out of here, and let's do a final check on our poll. 60% think they'll be ruled legal, 20% or 40% think illegal, 20 votes in, so like decent sample size. All right, we'll see. We'll see. I hope by next Friday we find out. Either way, spicy stuff. The jobs thing, spicy. No rate cuts, bummer. That new Fed chair will get us cooking. Give us a follow on X. It's Crypto Slam over there. And I think that'll do it, boys. Think that'll do it. Our first full week of 2026 in the bags, in the books. How about in the books? At the end of the month, and this is something new I'll start doing, but the end of the month, we're going to do a monthly recap. Picture like the end of the year streams I did. At the end of the month, I'll start doing a month in review and ideally getting on, the biggest noisemakers, the biggest projects that were the narrative of the month, getting them on to talk about what happened, which would be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. Guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday. Go to ethoswarm.ai. Goodbye.